History remembers kings and prophets, poets and warriors, men called chosen. But behind the crown, behind the robe, behind the prayers, there was always a secret battle. Not with armies, not with swords, but with lust. Samson, undone by Delilah. David, fallen for Bathsheba. Even the strongest men of destiny bowed to desire. Why is this? Why do chosen ones, those set apart for greatness, so often struggle with lust? Here are 5 powerful reasons. Stay until the end, because the last reason might explain your own hidden battle. Reason 1. Spiritual sensitivity. Chosen ones live with heightened awareness. They feel what others don't. They hear whispers others ignore. This spiritual sensitivity is a double-edged sword. The same gift that allows them to sense God's presence also makes them vulnerable to the pull of temptation. Samson didn't just have strength, he had a calling. But that sensitivity made Delilah's words pierce deeper, her beauty shine brighter, her trap harder to escape. Joseph in Egypt felt this too. He was aware of God's hand on his life. But that awareness made Potiphar's wife's advances harder to brush off, because he knew the cost of falling. Chosen ones don't just fight temptation in the flesh, they fight it in their heightened spirit. Lust doesn't feel casual to them, it feels heavy, consuming, overwhelming. The very gift that makes them chosen is the same gift that makes their temptation more intense. Sensitivity is not a curse, but without discipline, it becomes a weakness. Reason 2. Isolation. Every chosen one walks a lonely path. Moses in the desert, Elijah in the cave, Jesus in the wilderness. Isolation sharpens calling, but it also magnifies temptation. When you are alone, with no eyes watching, accountability fades. And lust thrives in darkness. It whispers, "No one will know, no one will see." This is your secret. This is why so many gifted leaders fall silently. Not because they are frauds, but because their greatest battles happen in private. Unseen by the world, but deadly to the soul. Chosen ones are not usually destroyed in public wars. They are destroyed in the silence of their rooms. Solitude is necessary because destiny often requires it. But isolation without discipline becomes a playground for lust. Solitude is either your sanctuary or your trap. Reason 3. Greater calling, greater attack. The enemy does not waste arrows on empty targets. The heavier your destiny, the heavier your warfare. Lust is the perfect weapon. It doesn't shout. It doesn't march like an army. It slips in quietly, as a thought, a glance, a secret indulgence. Samson wasn't conquered by soldiers. He was conquered by a whisper in Delilah's lap. David didn't stumble before Goliath, he stumbled before a rooftop glance at Bathsheba. The enemy knows this truth. Chosen ones don't need to be destroyed by external battles. They only need to be distracted from their purpose. And lust is the perfect distraction. Every time a chosen one falls to lust, time is wasted. Vision is clouded. Destiny is delayed. The attacks feel relentless because the enemy sees your future more clearly than you sometimes see your present. Reason 4. Emotional wounds. Behind lust, there is always a wound. Rejection, abandonment, loneliness, neglect. Chosen ones often carry deeper wounds because their path is harder. They are misunderstood, envied, even hated. And lust sneaks in as comfort. It whispers, "This will fill the emptiness. This will take away the pain." But it is a counterfeit. It gives momentary relief while leaving the wound even deeper. Many of history's strongest men were undone not by physical weakness, but by emotional wounds they never healed. Samson craved affection, and Delilah became his downfall. David longed for intimacy and validation, and Bathsheba became his test. The chosen are not destroyed by their enemies. They are destroyed by the emptiness inside that they try to fill with lust. Until chosen ones heal their wounds, lust will always find an open door. Reason 5. Strong spirit, weak flesh. Chosen ones are often gifted beyond measure. They have vision, creativity, and spiritual gifts that shake the world. But their flesh is still human, still weak, still vulnerable. Paul described it perfectly. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. The stronger your spirit, the harder your flesh fights back. It's the law of balance. This is why some of the most anointed people, pastors, prophets, kings, fall not in public ministry, but in private weakness. The gift shines brightly, but the flesh whispers in shadows. Without daily discipline, prayer, fasting, accountability, self-control, the flesh will always betray the spirit. That is why chosen ones appear strong before the world, but fight silent wars in secret. They are not hypocrites. They are humans, carrying divine fire in fragile clay jars, and that weakness, unchecked, becomes the battlefield of lust. Here is the truth. If you are chosen, lust will come for you. Not because you are weak, but because you are powerful. The enemy doesn't fight the ordinary, he fights the extraordinary. But remember this, Samson's hair grew back. David was forgiven and still called a man after God's own heart. Lust may win a battle, but it does not have to win the war. The same God who called you, who anointed you, who set you apart, will also give you strength to overcome. Chosen one, your story is not over. Your destiny is stronger than your weakness. This is why chosen ones secretly struggle with lust. If this message spoke to you, subscribe for more hidden truths about the struggles of greatness. Which of these 5 reasons do you feel in your own life? You are not alone, and the fact that you are still fighting is proof that you are chosen.